If you would shut your trap and listen for 2
Oh
seconds.
boy, you got an attitude, don't you?
If you would listen for 2 seconds.
So why don't you turn around and go back where you came from?
I'm right here.
Well, I don't like you right here, and I didn't ask you to come over here.
It says regardless of what your intent is, if they feel that they're being intimidated and harassed repeatedly, then you have committed that crime.
Suspicion is a crime?
Suspicion of looking into vehicles is. We get calls for it all
What
the time.
crime is it? Is it a misdemeanor or a felony?
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Trespassing. And I'm asking you for your information so I can write into
What crime? They told me to leave and I left.
Welcome back to CT3, where we highlight clips and I'll recap with a few educational pointers to ensure your rights aren't violated on your next encounter with a cop.
See, you're allowed to do that. You are absolutely allowed to do that. I'm not going to take my mask
Well, you know
off.
what? When I knock you out, you will.
No. Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
Let me talk to him. Okay. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm just taking pictures, that's all.
He said he
Here's the
was a
thing.
journalist.
Here's the thing. You've been asked to leave the property, okay, by the manager of the post office.
This
okay?
is public property.
Yes, sir. But you've been asked by the manager to leave the post office property. If you would like to go over there and take
I'm
your
not going
pictures,
to.
okay?
I'm not going
If you
to.
would like to go across the street and
This
take your
is
pictures?
public. Since it is owned by the federal government, this is public property.
Okay. State law right now has asked you to leave the property. If you do not,
I'm going to show you why you're wrong. I'm going to show you why you're wrong.
I don't care what you have to show me, to be honest.
It's paperwork that says I can film
I
this.
have now asked you to leave the property. If you do not,
And
you
you're
will be
misinformed.
placed- you will be placed under arrest.
Now hang on a second. You're telling me if I don't leave, you're going to arrest me.
Yes, sir. You have been asked by a law enforcement officer to leave the property that you are standing on right now.
Here,
Do understand that?
I want you to read this. This is from the Department of
need to
Homeland
read
Security.
anything?
Yes, you do. Right there. It says I can film this. I can be on this property and I can film it.
Have I said anything about filming? No.
No.
I've asked you to leave the property.
But that's why I was asked to leave. I can't be trespassed from public property.
Yes, you can.
Unless I've done something wrong.
any
I
reference-
haven't.
no, that's
I
not
haven't
true.
created a scene. I
Sir?
haven't violated any laws.
Okay.
He's become disorderly.
Just don't let me say a word to him.
I'm not saying a word.
If you would shut your trap and listen for 2
Oh
seconds.
boy, you got an attitude, don't you?
If you would listen for 2 seconds, state law says if any representative of any business, anywhere, I don't care if it's federal government, which this would qualify as a
matters.
federal government business, any representative of any business asks law enforcement to tell you to exit the property, you must do so per state law. So if you would like to go that route,
He doesn't have the authority to ask
he
me to
does.
leave.
He absolutely does by state law.
Do you know what his position
State law trumps anything you're about to tell me.
I'm just
So
asking, do you know what his
you have-
position
You
is?
have about 30 seconds, because I'm about to walk inside and ask him if he would like to do the same thing. You have 30 seconds to leave this property. You
All right,
understand
I
me?
mean, a lawsuit is just as good being threatened for arrest. So
I'm not threatening
so,
arrest.
No, you're promising arrest. You're telling me if I don't
Exactly.
leave, you will arrest me.
Because that's what has
That's
to
an
happen.
ultimatum.
That is exactly what has to happen.
That's an ultimatum.
I'm giving you the opportunity to, on your own free will, walk off of this property, which it sounds like you're not going to. So if you would like
Oh, I will.
to not walk
I will.
off of-
I just want to make sure that I understand what you're saying. If I don't leave, you are going to arrest me.
Yes, per state law, I have to. So,
Okay, I'll move over there.
Do you have your ID on you?
I'm not going to show you ID.
Okay. When a law enforcement officer asks you to present your ID to them,
No.
you're required by state law.
You need reasonable, articulable suspicion of
Right
a
here.
crime.
Right here.
Of a crime. What is the crime?
Harassment.
It's not harassment.
It is.
No,
When
this
several
is not
peop- When several
harassment.
people have come up to me.
I have
and
kept
told
my
me-
mouth shut. I kept my mouth shut. It's not
Several
harassment.
people have asked me to talk to you because you're recording them walking in and out of a business.
Yeah, and that's fine.
That's
I
all right.
have the
That's
right to do
borderline
that.
harassment.
No, it's not. I'm
It's
standing.
definitely suspicious.
This is a constitutionally protected activity, filming in public.
Okay, but
And I had the
are you
right to do
doing
it.
Are you doing a project or something?
Yes.
Okay, for what?
I'm not going to tell you now because you've been so aggressive.
How? I've kept my distance. I've explained state law to you. How is that aggressive?
Because
Please tell me how that is aggressive.
hang on a second. I have to decline this.
I've done nothing but explain state
I have
law.
asked you if you want to see this paperwork that will explain to you that I have a right to be here. This is federal paperwork from Congress and from the Department of Homeland Security. This right here will explain the whole thing.
I work for the state. You understand
Yes,
that, right?
yes.
So I'm explaining state law to you.
In federal law trumps state law.
No,
it
doesn't.
always does. It always does.
And if you want to be a part of Congress, yes. If you want to be, if you work for the state as like a senator or something, yes. I work for Dorchester County Sheriff's Office. I enforce state law. I do not enforce federal law. I'm not a federal law enforcement officer. You understand that, correct?
Yeah, but federal law trumps state law,
That's
especially
not
when
true.
it comes down to just the freedom of being able to film in public.
Regardless, do you have your ID?
Here, let's walk over here so I'm not going to
Do
get
you have your
trespassed.
ID? I need
I
your
am
ID
not
right
going to
now.
show you my identification.
So you're not going to provide your...
I don't have to. I
you
don't have
do.
to. What
You do.
crime are you suspecting me of? You need
Harassment.
reasonable...
Actually trespassing at this point. We're beyond that.
Well,
So let me get this straight. A citizen tries to show a cop some paperwork explaining what he's doing there. But this tyrant says, I don't care. If you don't leave, you'll be placed under arrest. This cop is seriously trying to kick a citizen off of federal public property. He's making up crimes that no one is a victim of. He's trying to force the citizen to unlawfully identify himself. This is the kind of cop that gives law enforcement a bad reputation and is the reason most civilians dislike the police. This cop never conducted an investigation. He immediately went to bully, intimidate, threaten, violate, and harass the citizen peacefully filming in public. Honestly, it makes me angry to see these type of tyrants, but let's continue. Oh, and state law will never trump the Constitution of the United States. Now let's continue.
you need
Harassment.
reasonable...
Actually trespassing at this point. We're beyond that.
Well,
I need your ID.
are you going to arrest me if I don't show you my ID?
I can.
I need you to give me an ultimatum.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm
Okay,
asking
then.
for your ID.
Okay, then I'm going to move off the
I
property.
need your ID.
If you're asking for it, I'm going to decline.
I need your ID.
I'm
not
declining.
asking, I'm requiring you to produce your ID right now.
Are you giving me an ultimatum
I need
between
your ID
arrests?
right now.
And I don't have to show you that unless you're
Are
going
we
to give me an
act- Are you
ultimatum.
going to act like a child, or are we going to be adults here? I need your ID.
I am sticking with
Please
the law.
produce your identification right
If
now.
you're asking, I'm going to
I'm
decline.
not asking. I'm
So,
requiring you to produce identification.
Are you going to
right
arrest
now.
me if I don't show you my identification?
I need your identification right now.
If you're not going
I
to
need your
arrest me,
identification right now.
I'm going to
I
decline.
need your identification right now.
You sound like a broken record. Unless you tell me you're going to arrest me if I don't show you my identification,
That's not how this works.
we're just having, it is
I don't
exactly
make
how it works.
threats. I don't give ultimatums. Okay? I need your identification right now. By law, you are required to produce it.
Not unless you can provide reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has occurred. Now, where is your
Harassment and
evidence?
trespassing. You've been asked to leave by multiple subjects. They don't want you here, and you haven't left yet.
Is this a supervisor here?
Who?
Is that your
that's
supervisor?
My zone partner.
I think you probably have a supervisor show up.
104, 153. Gladly. I will gladly get my lieutenant to come waste his time to talk to you.
All right.
Rather than you be an adult and leave. Got it.
Oh, I will leave if you just let me leave. All I'm doing is filming in public. I'm taking pictures of people going in and out. I'm working on a story about COVID-19. That's all. I'm just working on a story about COVID-19, taking pictures.
Do you work for like a news
A,
agency or anything like
a YouTube channel.
that? A YouTube channel?
Yes, sir.
What's your channel name?
The Lonely Pamphleteer.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The Lonely Pamphleteer. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Deputy Smith, 143.
Thank you. So he's telling me I have to identify myself, and I'm saying unless there is evidence of a crime, he needs reasonable or articulable suspicion that a crime has occurred, is occurring, or is about to occur. He has harassment. I'd like to know who is telling him that I'm harassing him, because I've been here quiet as a church mouse, and I have evidence of it. I have video. This is objective evidence that I haven't been harassing anybody. That guy over there with the gray shirt came up and wanted to punch me in the mouth, he said. He's going to knock me out. That was the actual quote from him. I haven't said anything to anybody except people who ask me what I'm doing. And I tell them I'm working on a story. And that's all.
You've done this before?
Yes. Yep.
Where
No problem.
At this location? Or
No, over in Somerville, over there by Berlin G. Myers.
Right.
And police officer showed up, said, you're not doing anything illegal. This is public property. You can take pictures in public. That's it. Yeah, here comes Mr. Arrogant here, Mr. Troublestarter.
Mr. Davies trying to be nice, okay? You have to go beyond that pillar right there or across the street, and you continue to do what you're doing.
Okay.
But
What's
you
your name and badge
cannot
number, please?
Stand on the post office property. That's all he said.
I'm not saying I'm not going to comply. I just want to say,
Still need your ID.
No, sir. Not unless you're going to give me an ultimatum. If you're going to give me an ultimatum, then I'm going to be arrested, then I'll provide my ID.
If I give you an ultimatum, that's really against the law for me to do that. So
Otherwise
I'm not
you're
gonna risk
requesting.
my job for some person who I don't even know what your name is.
Well, that's where you're putting yourself right now. If you're saying you want ID, if you're asking for ID, I'm going to respectfully decline
I'm
to
not
show you.
asking you. You are required by state. I'll go look up the statute and print it off for you if you'd like.
Perfect. And it'll say you have to have reasonable articulable suspicion a crime has occurred.
They called because you're recording people walking in and out of a doorway.
And that's not a crime.
It's suspicious.
That's public photography.
It's suspicious.
Is suspicious?
It is very suspicious.
Is suspicious a
It's to the point
misdemeanor
where
or a felony?
It's to the point where I can stretch public disorderly conduct and take you to jail for that because now we have a crowd watching us.
Because of you.
No, because of you.
Photography
think
by
about this.
itself cannot be deemed
Cause and
unlawful.
effect. Cause and effect, right? I wouldn't be here. I'm the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're the cause.
If
I
a
wouldn't
man,
be here if you weren't still here.
if a man standing here, just simply getting footage, which is suspicious of misdemeanor or a felony.
Especially with everything that we've got going on right now.
I would just like to know,
suspicious.
is suspicion
Very suspicious. I'm gonna go look up that statute for you. Because you are required by state law to produce that.
only if you have reasonable articulable suspicion a crime has occurred.
You see what you're doing?
This is not a crime.
A lot of people very uncomfortable.
This is public photography. I'm allowed to do this.
Don't act like an adult.
He's acting like a little kid. Tell me to act like an adult when he acts like that. Do you know him well?
My own partner, I've known him for the last few years.
Is he new on the force?
He's been doing it as long as I have.
Mind if I ask how long that is?
3 years.
You're being professional. I don't have a problem with you.
All right. You can leave.
Okay.
You need to leave. Beyond the archway, or across the street. Please do not stand in the street because now you're becoming a safety hazard.
Gotcha.
If you want to stand on that little median, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Or beyond that archway. But you cannot step foot on the shaded part. This
All
is
right.
their property and they have asked you to leave it.
Is
that clear enough?
It's clear. Yep. I just want to know, did you get a name of the person who is complaining?
I'm not giving you that.
I'll have to FOIA it then.
Then you can FOIA it, but I'm not giving you that.
All right. I'll walk down here. If you'll tell that guy in the gray shirt to get out of here.
I will escort you down there.
All right.
Yeah. Hang tight on that.
I'm moving down here.
Just don't talk to him. Why do you need to talk to him?
He got aggressive, so I'm just moving down here.
All right. This is your cutoff line. Do you understand?
Okay. Yep.
If they call again and you are on their property, you will go to jail because now you have an official.
This is a trespass warning.
Official
Gotcha.
warning.
Yep.
Do you understand?
I got it. Yep.
Have a blessed day.
Well, now that didn't work over. That's a fail right there. That's a definite fail.
This is the type of cop that causes the divide between law enforcement and civilians. This clip is proof that little knowledge of the law is required to become an officer. I wonder if they train officers to ask civilians for their ID, and if we refuse, just threaten to take us to jail. And then the trainer says, watch how fast they'll give it up then, and laughs. Is that y'all strategy? If so, the cat is out the hat. We understand now you trained a lot of us. We figured out that if you violate our rights and take us to jail for not identifying, that we can hold you accountable. We learned that you have no authority over us until we commit a crime. And we also learned that you cannot just make up random crimes, that you must actually articulate a crime. More and more people are learning every day from videos like this. We're not going to allow you to say, oh, you're recording people walking in and out the building, you're being suspicious of a crime. But what's the crime, officer? We will not willfully hand over our Fourth Amendment rights like this is the 90s or the early 2000s. Those days are over with. Now I suggest you go back to training and learn how to respect the citizen refusing your unlawful orders, because cops like this should be fired and blacklisted from any other law enforcement job in the future.
Thank you. My ID, were you looking at?
No, I was looking to make sure you had pepper spray or anything or kind of a weapon.
Okay.
I'll take your pursuit if you don't mind. Thank you.
Just saying, look, I get it. Everybody's just doing their job, but it's not appropriate for men to be wanting women.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, was there a problem? Is there an issue?
Well, not now,
You want me to
it was. My issue is the wand.
Okay, that's part of the courtroom security.
Yeah, I get that. But I find it inappropriate that men wand women.
Okay, well, he's not putting his hands on you, and it is completely appropriate.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You should have a woman.
Okay, well, then you need to take it up with the judge.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
Oh, really? So you came over here, what, to get confrontational with me over that? It's simply
No,
not
you're getting
appropriate.
confrontational.
I was confrontational? I was confrontational?
The security person.
Was I confrontational? You're not serious right now, right? You're not serious right now.
You're not serious.
Confrontational? Confrontational.
If you have a problem with the security procedures, it's important.
I simply told him that wanding women, men wanding women is inappropriate. So don't come
You're
over here
complaining.
and get up in my face and try to get confrontational with me. Okay?
We'll take
So
it
why
up
don't
with
you
the judge.
turn around and go back where you came from?
I'm right here.
Well, I don't like you right here, and I didn't ask you to come over here. So is there anything else you needed?
No.
Then turn around and go about your
I'm
way.
not going to turn around and go away.
Well, I guess
can
neither
stand
am I
here
then.
and
You
do
want to
it.
have an argument? We'll have an argument.
You're being ridiculous.
Am I being ridiculous? No, I think you were being ridiculous, and now you're getting your ass called out, so now you want to keep going. You don't know when to shut the f*** up. Turn that f***ing body cam on. I am not afraid of your f***ing body cam.
All right? I simply asked you if you had a problem with
And I
this.
told you what my f***ing problem was. You want to keep going? Because I can have a long list of f***ing problems.
Again, I told you where you take it up.
And I told you where you could f***ing go.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Once again, another tyrant not minding their business and not doing their job. Instead, they're too busy getting owned. Reagan Benson gave him a mouthful, and it was well deserved. What makes you think it's morally acceptable to stand over a law-abiding citizen and tell them if you don't like it, then take it up with the judge? Reagan didn't ask for your help or bring the issue to you. I'm sure this tyrant treats his wife and kids the same way, only this time you were embarrassed and thousands are watching. Hopefully this situation taught this tyrant that sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut and mind your own business. Or get owned, be embarrassed, and take the walk of shame. Let's continue.
Everything okay?
Everything's okay.
Okay. I'm Officer McGee with the Violent Police Department. Just to let you know, everything is being audio and video recorded.
Likewise.
All right, we got a call. Somebody had noticed that you were sitting here for an extended period of time, so mainly we're just checking to make sure that everything's all right.
Everything's perfect.
Okay. Is there a reason why you may be sitting here?
Do I have to answer any questions?
I'm just curious as to why you've been sitting here for as long as you have.
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent since I'm not breaking any laws.
All right. Are you the registered owner of this vehicle? I have the tag, so I have a name. And are you?
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right without having a lawyer present to answer questions.
Are you in need of any assistance, sir? Any medical assistance at all?
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right since I'm not breaking any laws and there's no law, I have no lawyer present.
Okay. All right, just sit tight for me, okay?
Am I detained? Am I detained? Am I detained? Am I detained?
Hello, sir.
Hi. Are you familiar with the Bill of Rights?
Am I familiar with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the First, the
First
Fourth,
Amendment,
the
freedom of
Fifth
speech.
Amendment?
Yes, are you?
Are you also familiar with the Bill of Rights?
Yep.
The First, the Fourth, the Fifth Amendment?
Yep.
I'm going to invoke my First, my Fourth, and my Fifth Amendment right now.
How about you, sir? Are you familiar with them as well?
I am very familiar with them.
So the reason why we're here, I'll tell you what it is straight up. I mean, somebody called us. They're saying you're out here, right? They're concerned because you're sitting here, and they're not sure if they have a restraining order in effect, right? So they're not sure if you're affiliated with that person or you're possibly that person. That's why we're out here. So as long as, I mean, not to give you a hard time. Right?
Their restraining order doesn't have anything to do with me.
Okay, that's why we're just verifying. All right?
I got it, but it has nothing to do with me. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Well,
and their fears don't trump my rights.
I'm just letting you know why we're here.
I got you.
They called us, and that's why we're here.
But I'm going to re-invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent without a lawyer present from this point. Am I being detained?
Are you being detained
Yes.
right now? Yes, we're doing an investigation for a possible
Detained for
TRO violation.
That involves me.
We're not sure if it involves you or not yet.
So then-
that's why we're trying to figure it out right now. Don't worry, we'll figure it out.
So you're detaining me for no crime. Okay.
I'm sorry?
You're detaining me for no crime.
No, we're not. We're speaking to you. We're just trying to figure out what's going
No,
on.
but you said I'm detained. Speaking is one thing, detaining is another thing. You're detaining me, right?
We're calling our supervisor. I don't know. What are you doing here, sir? Is there a reason why you're here?
Do I have to answer any questions?
Do you have to? We'll get to that. Just stand by then. Don't answer anything right now.
Why we were originally here?
Yeah, I told him we're investigating a TRO, possible TRO violation.
All right. So that's the only reason why we approached you. The call was a concern about you being here and if whether or not you may be associated with that restraining order. As of right now, you're not doing anything wrong. You're parked on the side of the road. Your vehicle is registered. If you should happen to go somewhere you are not supposed to be, which may violate some sort of court order, then we will handle that situation accordingly.
Of course.
Okay.
I expect that, yes.
All right. Thank you very much,
Hey,
sir.
You're the supervisor?
Do I have a supervisor?
No. Are you the supervisor?
I'm not the supervisor.
Oh, that's fine. You're the one who driving this?
I'm the original one.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Okay.
No problem, man.
All right.
Sure, no problem, man. Cool.
You don't need anything from us, though, correct, sir?
No, I don't need
You're not
anything,
in
man.
need of any assistance?
No, just the CAD number, that's all.
You want the case number?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
98. What's the case number out here?
986.
Thank you. 6.
Perfect. Thank you very much,
All right,
guys.
sir.
I appreciate
you
it.
have a good day.
Thanks.
The officer claiming that someone called in to see if he's involved with a restraining order could most likely be a lie. Remember, cops are lawfully allowed to lie during these investigations without penalty if we happen to admit any crimes responding to that lie. But I find it deeply troubling for the cops to identify and detain LAC Audit without any concrete evidence or reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. Making up false accusations to justify an unlawful detainment is a clear abuse of police authority and a violation of the individual's rights. Law enforcement officers are entrusted with upholding the law and protecting individual rights, and fabricating reasons to detain or identify individuals undermines public trust and confidence in policing. But I love how these cops were put on notice by LAC Audit, inquiring if they knew the Constitution or not. That makes a big difference with some of these officers who are actually capable of using discretion or not. But the officer attempt to coerce the individual into confirming his identification under false pretenses is a blatant attempt to violate his Fourth Amendment rights. So great job, LAC Audit, for knowing your rights and asserting them. Let's continue.
If you ride this community often, you should know who all of the residents are.
Well, you should know certainly some of them for sure.
I guess I'm not one of them. Officer Green likes my
Hello.
smile.
How you doing, guys?
We crossed paths at Ridge and Academy. When I made eye contact with Thug Green, he rounded up his gang to come show me who's boss. Here's Green flexing his authority.
You got a lot of followers yet? Your podcast? Oh man, so he told you why he stopped you, right? He informed you the reason for the stop? Okay. We're gonna have to ask you to move. This isn't a parking spot. That guy just trying to roll by, yeah. You're inconvenienced him. We're not releasing you until we identify everyone in the vehicle. And this is why. When we detain a vehicle, we detain all of the occupants. We have the right. The Supreme Court has ruled. The Supreme Court, right? You know what that is? The U.S. Supreme Court.
Do the Supreme Court got something in the mix of that? You want to run that Supreme Court bullshit down again?
I'm gonna let you know. Listen very clearly and very closely. If you follow us around,
ain't nobody following you. We got family on the
if you
street.
continue to follow us around,
ain't nobody continue to follow you.
we
We
will
just pull up on y'all
lawfully detain you
bullshit.
accordingly, okay?
We just pull up on y'all bullshit more than once, and you know it.
You have been warned.
You
have been warned.
Ain't nobody following you.
You have been warned.
Stalking me since Ridge and Academy, Officer Green is about to strike again. When is enough too much? Why can't a warning go unspoken? Now ready to pounce like a pack of hyenas, I was surrounded. There they go. I let out a roar. I got time today.
Oh, it's your boys.
Oh, hello. How you doing, guys? Pulling over because you break that left brake lights out, Adrian.
You gonna stop fucking with me, man. I swear to God, you gonna stop fucking with me, dog.
You have a brake light out.
You gonna stop fucking with me,
Can
dog.
I see your ID?
You gonna stop fucking with me, dog. I swear to God, you gonna stop fucking with
Just
me, dog.
stand by, okay,
You gonna
for a
stop
second.
fucking with me, dog. You gonna stop fucking with me. Y'all gonna keep fucking targeting me on some
Y'all gonna keep fucking playing with me?
Hey, stop.
That. I ain't got nothing but footage with your bitch ass.
Playing games.
What's wrong with you? Man, I'm right here on Martin Luther King and Belt. Nah, this green bitch ass, man. You been getting a break out here, and you steady fucking playing. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. It ain't shit in that computer. He back there mad as fuck right now. Mad as fuck right now. Yeah, man, that green bitch ass, man. Same motherfucking pussy that ain't want to take the handcuffs off. So now you want this how you want to get your rocks off. This how you want to have fun. Well, we can have fun. We can have a lot of fun. I'm the wrong to play with, man. I've been giving this bitch ass dude a break, and I'm sure he done about gave you all the scoop. He been getting a break, man. You know what I'm saying? Little bitch ass back there done fucked up now, though. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not talk like that, all right? Let's keep it appropriate. All right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna give you tickets.
What my insurance and shit at, dog? I need all my shit back together.
I'm gonna go grab it.
I need all my shit together, man.
Warning.
I need all my shit together,
You do have
dog.
a brake light out, okay? You didn't have your seatbelt on, but I am gonna give you a warning. I'm gonna go grab it for you. Be right back, all right?
Right, that's what you're gonna have to do. Nah, he wanted the right tickets, but I still gotta go to court for a set of tickets that they was fucking around on. You know what I'm saying? He know he can't. I can't keep going to court for everything from you.
Hey, you're good to go, all right? You're not getting any tickets.
We done.
I bless you.
Get the skirt on that thing. Tyrant Green is the definition of earning the hate. And Adrian with Street Talk STL was completely right. The judge will notice that same cop is involved in all the cases he's going to court for, and it will look bad on Tyrant Green. Cops like this has no place with dealing with the public and should be removed from his duties immediately. Unfortunately, cops will linger in low-income neighborhoods and fish around for criminals. This involves creating false traffic stops, stopping random people walking, and also becoming familiar with citizens and harassing the ones they don't like. This type of policing is unnecessary and should be the reason even more so for citizens of low-income communities to learn their Bill of Rights to defend your freedoms against bad policing habits like Tyrant Officer Green. Shout out to Street Talk STL for the awesome editorial work on this clip. Now for the comment of the day. It's from Mr. D, and he says, "Nothing will make them change. They want to run people for warrants so they can make an arrest. It is a numbers game. The more arrests they make, the faster they are promoted. The faster they are promoted, the quicker they make more money and buy a bigger house for the wife and kids. Think about the money, always the money. Everything becomes clear."
Do you have consent forms for everybody to film them? Is that okay?
You're kind of making a lot of people feel uncomfortable filming. Would you mind leaving, please?
You're just making our customers feel uncomfortable, so can you please leave? Please leave. Sir?
You gotta go, dude.
Trying to go viral on YouTube? It's not the way, man. It's Mother's Day. Ruining everyone's brunch. Sketchy. You're so strange, man. Like, what are you doing?
So it's okay.
Why the f are you handing down my dress, you f***ing freak?
You can also just do
Zoom in
this.
your face real quick, too.
You can totally just do this.
Cool.
So you can't see you.
There we go.
There you go. He's gotta go.
We're giving him what he wants, so it's attention.
Some good footage, huh? I'm not touching you, brother.
buddy's right here.
Hmm?
Here's your buddy right here.
What buddy?
How's it going? I am Officer Caulfield. You're being recorded. What's going on? Are you just gonna be silent? Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna explain what's gonna happen right now. So apparently we're getting a whole bunch of calls that you're harassing people here. I don't know exactly what's going on. Right now you're not in trouble. You're free to leave at any moment. However, what's gonna happen is these other officers are gonna go talk to a couple of the people here who are reporting being victims of this assault, and they're gonna try to establish to see if you have constituted the crime of stalking. If you have constituted the crime of stalking, you'll be placed under arrest for stalking. But at this point in time, yeah, you can point to whatever you want. I'm explaining the circumstances. You're free to leave right now. However, we're going to conduct an investigation, and we'll get back to you. I'm going to stay here with you to make sure that you don't assault or hurt anybody here, okay? Shields, if you want to just go talk to them, I'll hang out. Obviously, you probably know you don't have to talk to me at all. I really don't care if you do or don't, but we'll just hang out for a bit. Looks like you're shaking a little bit. Your arms either are tired, are you nervous? Are you shaking out of anxiety, out of fear? I'm just trying to get your mental state right now. Is there a specific person you're trying to record? Someone was mentioning you're recording children. Is that true? Just curious. You also seem to be wearing a winter hat and a ski mask, which is kind of placing probably people in fear. It's kind of odd given the weather. Also, ski masks are usually worn by people who are intending to conceal their identity. So, just trying to figure that out. Well, I was explaining that he's currently free to go because we haven't finished our investigation, but once we talk to a couple of the victims here, see if they are feeling fear, he might be placed under arrest. His kind of general appearance with the ski mask and the winter coat, it's causing me alarm. I'm sure it's causing other people alarm. So I'll figure that out. He's shaking right now, nervously. I don't know if that's him anticipating to do something, anticipating to run, I don't know. But I'll hang out with him if you want to go over the investigation. Are you from around here? You zooming in on people? Is there a reason why you're choosing this group of ladies to record? Just curious. Yeah, I'm sure. So I don't know if you want to take this moment to Google an RCW. There's this called RCW stalking. Stalking occurs anytime you intentionally and repeatedly harass or intimidate people. One of the sections of stalking say it's completely dependent on what the victims feel. It has nothing to do with the offender's intent. There's actually, I think it's subsection 2 specific, 2A. It says regardless of what your intent is, if they feel that they're being intimidated and harassed repeatedly, then you have committed that crime. Further, there's another subsection right below it, which says once you're given notice that you are not, or you're conducting unwanted contact and you're intimidating and harassing them, if you continue to do so, it constitutes prima facie evidence. Basically means not up to interpretation, you're just automatically committing that crime. So like I said, they're going to talk to all these people and see if they feel like you're intimidating and harassing them. And once they tell us, we're going to give you that warning. And then if you decide to keep standing here, I'm going to arrest you for stalking. It's a gross misdemeanor. And what's going to happen, I'm going to take you into custody. I'm going to fingerprint you. I'm going to run your III. And if you've been convicted of harassment in any other state, it's a felony. So that's the plan right now. I'm just going to record what you're recording just to use as evidence for the potential stalking offense. 14 minutes. Seems to be entirely focused on this specific group of women right here.
I would like him out of here. Like, we're trying to enjoy the Mother's Day. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know.
You might have a misguided approach because you probably hear about how you can report police officers, and that's part of your First Amendment rights. And you can. If we're doing something, you have to come record us. It's a little bit different from members of the public because they're not really police officers, they're not public servants, they're not really conducting any sort of public act. So if you want to follow us around all day and videotape us, that's fine. You won't get yourself in trouble. But when you go around videotaping families with little children and intimidating them, that's when you kind of cross the line into crime stuff. So I'm not a lawyer by any means. I am a police officer, though. But I just want you to be understanding of that so you can make your own adult decision about what you want to do. Fair enough?
I'm giving everybody a wide berth.
Okay, that doesn't really matter. You know, it's not about the wide berth part. It's about the repeated intentional acts.
Are the antagonists?
I'm happy to talk to you about it.
I'm not talking.
Why are they antagonists?
I'm not talking.
Did they do something to you?
I'm here. I'm on the phone.
Okay, I understand, but there's two sides to every story, right? If you choose not to provide your side, we only talk to them, and they all say, hey man, this guy's really creeping us out, this guy's scaring us, we think he's going to hurt us, right? And if I come up to you and say, hey man, what's going on? Is that what's happening? And then you just choose not to talk, well, there's nothing else for us to do, right? We don't have a second side to compare and contrast with. In fact, the lack of talking, the ski mask and the hat really kind of bodes to their side of the story. So I got to give you the opportunity, whether you take it or not, that's up to you. If you want to explain why they're the antagonists, if you want to explain why you're doing this.
I have a full 40 more minutes before.
A full 40 minutes. So you plan to stay here for another 40 minutes?
I'm about done.
I don't know. So again, like I just explained my side. I don't really care if you tell me or not. I'm just going to afford you the opportunity to. Otherwise, I'm just going to take it as it is. Take it as we see it.
I don't know any of these people. Not stalking.
You don't know any of these people. That's it.
That's all you got, dude.
I haven't been here the whole time. I don't know who you're focusing on. I only know that I was watching you videotape this table of exclusively women, and then a couple of the kids there. And then you walked over to the other side where there's another little boy. And then this blonde waitress you were videotaping her, she was walking away. And then you came back and now videotaping her again. So it seems to be there's specific people that you're videotaping. I don't know. Because it looks like you might have tried to portray as you're videotaping Portage Bay. But really I see you focusing on specific human beings. So that's why I'm concerned. I don't know if you're stalking this lady like just today or if this is a repeated act. I'm just trying to piece it together myself, you know? Alright, so here's the deal, my man. So it sounds like people just think you're weird. Fortunately, they're not being repeatedly, intentionally intimidated or harassed. So you're not going to be taken into custody today. However, it's going to be documented. And the thing with stalking is if this keeps occurring over a period of time, then it really, you probably will. So I really don't know what your little project is here. You don't have to tell us. At this point in time, no one said that they were intimidated. But farewell.
First, let's address the elephant in the room. Don't design your restaurant with outside seating if you're going to allow your staff to act as if it's private dining. As a guest there, you have a choice to sit inside or out. So when you choose to dine outside, understand you're outside, sitting right next to the public sidewalk. And anything can happen, like seeing an individual enjoying a well-known hobby known as photography. Now, the officer's attempt to characterize filming as possible stalking is deeply concerning. Stalking involves a pattern of behavior intended to harass or intimidate another person, and there must be specific evidence to support such allegations. Merely filming people in a public space does not constitute stalking, and the officer's accusation appears to be based on assumptions rather than concrete evidence. What's even more disturbing from the officer is the accusations of filming kids for a nefarious purpose. These are serious allegations that can do damage to HWP reputation, which could lead to civil repercussions for the officer. It's essential for law enforcement officers to base their actions and statements on factual evidence rather than unfounded assumptions or just being biased. Cops making up crimes to fit their narrative reflects a trend of police overreach and the infringement of individuals' constitutional rights. Instead of respecting the man's rights to film in public, the officers attempted to intimidate and suppress his lawful activity, demonstrating a disregard for principles of freedom of expression, not even to mention a disregard for freedom of the press. Let's continue.
See, what's gonna suck for them is when HB 2319 passes, I could be right over here, 8 foot. As long as I can fall forward and I can't touch nobody, I could be this close. That's HB 2319 for you. Allows us to be 8 foot. That's the new law you guys want to pass. Genius. Makes us get closer. All that officer safety out the window. 21 foot. The 21 foot rule out the window.
That's not even what the 21 foot rule is, sir.
What is the 21 foot rule? Somebody with a handheld weapon can reach you in 21 feet, right?
Yep, that's what
that's what it is. I know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a new law that's going to allow us to be closer than your training does. Eight foot. Right now, there's no restrictions. Is this a crime scene right here? How come you guys don't have it set up like a crime scene?
We are conducting an investigation. That is why I'm asking you to stay over here.
Can't you film us out of vehicle?
Why not?
Hey, they can film us out of vehicle.
Well, I asked them to stay over here.
You asked me. But see, I have the freedom of movement as an American.
Okay, well, we're conducting an investigation.
I'm not doing anything illegal, am I?
Walking in between our vehicles
Is that illegal?
That we want right now.
Is that? Well, it's not something you want, but is it illegal? Having your CAD open is disseminating information to the public, which is a policy violation. It's not anything that I can get in trouble for. It's something you can get in trouble for. Just FYI, I'm not trying to be an asshole. It doesn't matter. Do your job right. Close your CAD. If you got a crime scene going on, set it up like a crime scene. Where's the detective? I know how to do your job better than you, asshole. Don't tell me nothing. I'm gonna walk all through your cars until you establish some kind of shit because I'm an American and I'm allowed to move around freely. I'm gonna do it because I'm allowed to. You can't do anything because I'm not breaking the law and you don't like it. That's what this is.
Stay over there.
I don't care what you're telling. Look, I'm gonna keep moving around. Unless I'm doing something illegal, suck my ass. Now you want to bark, now I'm going to move around. I'm not wearing any silver bracelets and I just did what you told me not to. It's amazing.
Get out of the road, man.
Unless he's obstructing the roadway, don't say anything to him. There's no jaywalking in Arizona. See, this is the part about knowing the laws. If you see a car brake or you see somebody screech or a horn, then he's obstructed the roadway and you can say something. But upon your first contact, it's a warning. You're not supposed to identify or issue any tickets. This would be construed as a first warning you saying something to him right now. Good job, officer. I'm educated. Just remember, there's no legal term for jaywalking. It's obstructing a roadway.
You can't even film us out of vehicle.
Why not?
Hey, they can film us out of vehicle.
Wow, untrained officers on the street enforcing laws. That's the issue that contributes to most Americans having their rights violated. As we can see from this entire clip, law enforcement officers will tell you anything to control your actions. It doesn't matter if it's a lie or not, they will make it sound lawful. That's why it's important to stay up to date on your local and state laws because they do change from time to time. Now let's touch on Arizona House Bill 2319, which Direct D brought up. The bill has now been passed and it says, it is unlawful for a person to knowingly make a video recording of law enforcement activity if the person making the video recording is within 8 feet of where the person knows or reasonably should know that law enforcement activity is occurring. Technically, the bill is good for cop watchers because it defines a nice reasonable distance to film police activity. But unfortunately, it's a bill that directly goes against the First Amendment in my opinion because there's many scenarios that can happen with law enforcement and the Arizona might be closer to 8 feet.
but now it's a crime if they pull out their phones and record. Thankfully, line 21 of the bill says, a person who is the subject of police contact may record the encounter if the person is not interfering with lawful police actions. Let's continue.
Sir, you won't be able to record anything.
Sir? I mean, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Record anything.
Record what?
Whatever you're recording.
I can't record in here?
No.
Isn't this a public building?
It is a public building. You will not be able to record the activities that we will be doing.
Then y'all probably should do them in private.
No, we're not going to do them in private.
And whatever I can see in public, I can record.
What's going on?
Are you going to be an observer? Are you going to be here in the public viewing area?
Did you call the police? Then I'm going to stop talking.
Okay, what's going on?
If he's going to observe, this is an oath I need to sign, and he cannot have that recording device.
Okay, so, all right.
Oh, thank you so much.
So again, what's going on?
We are doing a re-canvass of the votes from one of our precincts from Tuesday night.
Okay. And with that, are you here to be an observer, or are you here for some other business?
I'll let you know exactly what I'm doing, and then you can do whatever you have to do or take the advice of the elections. Is it director? I'm sorry. Director, or you're absolutely, I don't want to get your title wrong. We are in a public space.
Correct.
And if whatever they're doing has got to be private, they should conduct it in private. So, however, with that being said, as a member of the press, and I don't think the Greenville Police Department would violate the rights of the people or anybody's First Amendment protected activities. So therefore, I'm in a public space. I don't have to sign anything to record in a public space. So at this point, I would just be asked if you would kindly just let me be. I don't know who called you here, and I don't know if what's going, like you said, I don't know why you're here, I don't know what's going on. She just said I can't record in public in here. I'm going to politely disagree with that, and under the threat of arrest, I'll leave.
I was just trying to figure, okay. Are you saying that there's an issue with him recording here in public?
I am saying he cannot. Give me a minute. I'll get everything.
Well, there's not an active election going on.
Is he recording anything? The ballots themselves?
We will be dealing with the ballots themselves.
Then you should probably conduct that in private. Whatever I can see from the public, I can record.
This will be my area where you can view over here. If you want to do public, step up here.
Then you need to mark it off. I'm in the public here.
Pull that space back. Mr. Mark, will you drag that over here for me, thank you?
Oh, it's because of the camera we're making it restricted and not public now. From my understanding. From
your understanding, sir. She has put this up as a restricted area.
Who is this?
So because of the camera, we're making what's an everyday.
I just talked with the state. He said I could bring whoever I want in as long as he don't take pictures of a ballot. He's my person that I'm bringing in with me. He's my person as a candidate that I'm allowed to bring in. As long as, do you want to talk with Mr. Terrell Johnson or the deputy? Because, sir, what I'll do is...
Okay, well, first of all...
Okay. I'm there with you.
Okay. First of all, I understand what you're saying. You just said that he is a person that you're bringing in to be with you.
That's correct.
And as long as he's not taking pictures of ballots or whatever the case may be. Okay, at this point, this is what I've been trying to ascertain, whether or not he is attempting to take photos, stills, videos. Will he be taking those type of shots of actual ballots?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay. With that, with him even having that out,
I'm listening.
Once the proceedings start, it has to be put away then.
Why? That's not what the state said.
Okay, well, you just said as long as he's not taking pictures of those things.
Check this out. I've confirmed with my attorney already. I'm in a public space.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Who asked you to say this to us? Is this something you've been trained? I'll let you talk. And I talk.
Well,
who asked you to say this to us? What you're saying? Because really, all of the guilds supposed to be here. I didn't request Guild 2. I did a simple email requesting that all votes be counted.
Pretty much that thing straight. What I'm trying to explain to you is simple. You're right.
Let's simplify it.
To be in public.
Is it Hines?
Yes.
Hines, thank
to
you.
to be in a public space, you're right. He has every right to record. Okay. But by what you just said yourself, as long as he is not taking pictures of ballots.
The officer is speaking. What's your name, sir?
Hines.
Officer Hines is speaking. As long as he's not taking pictures of ballots, the person that I'm bringing with me, he has a right to be here. And I asked you, can I record? And what was your response? I'm listening. I asked you if I could record, and you said. Okay. You said, are you changing your statement? You said as long as he's not taking pictures of ballots. Is that what you just told me? Okay. Okay. My attorney was there when you made that statement, so I'm just making sure. And that's what I was telling Officer Hines.
And that is what I was referring that.
So what's the problem?
Him being with you is not a problem as long as he is not taking stills, videos, or pictures of the ballots.
Right. You know that.
Okay, and that's what I said.
Okay.
You wouldn't let me finish that.
Well,
because,
I apologize.
No, because you're trying to project that I'm about to give you some type of issue and or
I
problem.
am.
Exactly.
I apologize.
And I'm not.
I'm sorry. I do apologize.
Again, as I was explaining, him being in a public place,
Yeah.
he has every right to record out here. Once she has deemed this to be a restricted area, past this restricted area,
Okay.
and the possibility, once the work starts, of them pulling out ballots, as it was just explained, and by your words, the camera needs to be shut off.
Can he turn the camera towards the wall? He ain't.
Wait, where are they counting? Where are they even doing the ballots at anyways?
I have no idea.
If they're not doing them up here and I'm restricted to up here, then there's not even a problem.
And that's what.
Yeah, there's no issue.
And this is what I keep saying. But anything past here where she says is going to be a working area.
I don't know how it's done, brother. I don't know where the working
And again, and I'm with you on that. But again, you're trying to already project that I'm about to give you some issue that I am not.
Okay, when I walked in the door, I assumed this is not good, that he was having an issue because of his camera. And that's why I asked him before I got here, can he be in here?
He can be.
He said he can. But he can't do the balance. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess no. The issue was before you showed up. This wasn't here, and then Miss Threadgill just tried to throw me out of here because I was filming and taking pictures. So
at this point, I cannot make him leave. He is here for an official purpose. It has been deemed that he's allowed to photograph, take stills, video.
Anybody can. They can pull their phones out and start recording.
These are poll workers.
The officer attempt to restrict GT's recording in certain areas of the building is an attempt to infringe on his constitutional rights. Keep in mind, officers will say you're not allowed to film here, but you can record there. But that's false. While it is understandable that the officer may have been concerned about the privacy and security of the ballots, it's not the responsibility of the individual filming to safeguard sensitive information. Instead, it's the duty of the officials conducting the recount to ensure that the ballots are kept private from public view and handled in accordance with state laws and regulations. This clip shows the importance on why public employees paid with tax dollars should be trained on the entire First Amendment. There's no way in this day and age the cops should be called so often for simply recording inside a public building. But what's even worse is when the cops arrive who actually swore an oath to uphold your rights, show up and tell you to leave, threaten you with arrest, intimidate you, or try to put limitations on your rights. We must document these interactions and hold these officers accountable like we saw here today.
Can I help you? Can I help you? You alright? Why are you recording our stuff? Are you alright? Are you alright?
Is there a reason you're recording the cars?
Why you came up on me like that?
Because you're looking into our vehicles. That's
why you came up on me like that?
Because you're looking into our vehicles.
Why you so aggressive?
I'm not aggressive.
You are.
I'm asking you why are you looking into our vehicles.
Why you so aggressive?
You need to.
And you have to
record
be
our vehicles?
reminded to turn your body cam on?
No, my body camera's on.
What's your name and badge number?
Mandaro 18915.
And yours?
Altabano 26485.
And then here
Altabano 26485.
Why you so aggressive?
Because you're looking into
6 o'clock in the morning.
Why you're looking into our
So what? Whose cars?
This is the police department's cars.
Who pays for them?
New City of New York.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can look at them, I can touch them.
You cannot touch them.
Yes, I could. You mean I can't touch them?
Touch them.
Yes, I could.
You cannot.
Yes, I could.
No, you
I
cannot.
pay for them, right?
You do not pay for them.
I don't pay for them. Who
No,
pays
you
for
don't.
them then?
City of New York does.
Where am I at?
Police department.
Where am I at?
You
I don't pay for these cars with my tax dollars?
Not for that.
Yeah, you need to do your job. You need to learn your job better. I can touch these cars all I want, bro.
You cannot.
Yeah, I can't break into them, but I can touch them.
You cannot touch them.
Yes, I could. Yes,
No, you
I could.
cannot.
I could check on the wheels, make sure the wheels are good. I can look at them. I can do all that.
You need help?
Do you need help?
I don't need help. I'm asking you if you need help.
I don't answer questions.
You need help?
I don't answer questions.
You need help?
You go back to work.
We'd love to go back to work. You're the
Go
one standing
ahead.
in front of our car.
Go ahead. I'm on the sidewalk.
What does that do not standing in front of our car? You're still standing in
I'm
front of the
saying
car.
whatever I want. I'm on the sidewalk.
What does the sidewalk have to do with anything?
That means I can be on the sidewalk wherever I want.
Okay. You can't be filming the inside of the car, though.
Says who? Who said that?
Says who?
Yeah, who said I can't film inside the car?
It's the law.
Am I detained?
You are not detained.
You're not
So
detained.
what law is that?
What, I'm not saying you're detained.
So what law am I breaking?
You're not to be filming inside the car.
What law is that? What law is that? Some shit you just made up? What law is that? I'm in public. I'm on the sidewalk. That means whatever I can see from public, I can record. Right? You know that, right? You know the First Amendment, right? What law is that? State the law. Just making it up as you go along.
I'm just not gonna
You
play your
always
game.
do that? You always do that? You always
I'm just not gonna play your game.
You always just make shit up as you go
I'm
along?
not making anything. I'm just not gonna play your game.
You plant drugs on people?
Absolutely not.
So why is he making up laws that don't exist?
He's not playing the game.
He said I
I'm
can't
not
film
playing
inside the
game
car.
either. Not
So go
playing
back to
the
work.
game
I told you that.
I
I'm
would
not
love to,
detained,
but
so why are you still
you're
talking to
blocking
me?
us.
I'm not detained. Why are you still talking
You're not
to me?
detained.
Exactly.
You can
So why are you
you're
still
free to
talking to
leave.
me?
Why are you still here?
If I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay.
Then why are you still here then?
If I'm free to
You don't
leave,
want
I'm
to talk
free
to
to
us,
stay.
right? So then why are you still here talking
I'm
to
filming
us?
the cars like I was doing before, peacefully, minding my business. You came up mad, aggressive, yo.
Yeah,
Ran over
because it
here,
looks
your
suspicious
friend
when
had
you're looking into
suspicion is
a
not a
vehicle.
crime.
It is a crime.
Suspicion is a crime?
Suspicion of looking into vehicles is. We get calls for it all
What
the time.
crime is it? Is it a misdemeanor or a
Comes
felony?
over as a 1010 suspicious person looking into vehicles.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to look for government documents? Are you trying to
Whatever
try to
I
break
can
into
see
the
from
car?
public, I can film.
Why are
if
you
you don't
still
want
here
people to
talking
look
to us?
inside your car,
Why are you
put a
still
intent.
Why are you still talking?
Why
to
y'all
us?
just make up laws like that? And crimes, you just make up crimes?
No, not at all.
You just said suspicion is a crime.
Suspicious person is a call that we get all the time.
Is it a crime?
It's not crime to be suspicious, no.
Exactly. That's what the question
need help
was.
at all?
Is suspicion a crime? I told you I
Do
don't
you need
answer
help at all?
questions. The question was,
Take any
is
medica-
suspicion
any
a
type of
crime? Are you
medication?
high?
I'm not high at all.
Or are you just hard of
Do you
hearing?
take any medication?
Are you drunk?
Absolutely not.
You sure?
100%.
Okay. Suspicion's a crime. Can't look inside vehicles. What's next? What else?
Do you need any type of
I
help?
don't answer questions. I told
Do
you
you
that
need any
already.
type of medication, or do you take
Are
any
you?
medication?
You need an
at all?
ambulance, sir?
Do you need? I'm asking you. If
You
need an
okay?
ambulance. I'm asking you if you're okay.
You got ADD or something?
I do not have ADD. I'm asking you if
So
you're
you
okay.
can't. You don't listen well?
I listen fine.
I told you I don't answer questions.
Are you still talking to us?
So
though?
stop asking. Stop
No,
asking me
I can ask
questions.
questions.
Have a good day. Excuse me. If y'all done with these drinks, you should throw them out. It's not a garbage can. It's a police vehicle. Yo, is any of y'all a supervisor here? You a supervisor? These two guys just making up laws?
What do you mean?
You said I can't film inside the car is a crime?
If you're going inside, it just looks suspicious. Like you can record
And he
it all
said
you want.
suspicion is a crime?
Yeah, I just left my police vehicle here, going inside there. I don't know what's your intention. I mean, a lot of auto braking happening, so that's why they might be asking. You can record it all you want. It's no problem. There's other cars.
So suspicion is a crime?
It's just like, you know, looks. It doesn't look good. Like you're going inside.
But am I breaking the law?
Listen, we are investigating your crime over here.
Okay, I'm not stopping you. You guys are just literally standing around. That's how you investigate?
Over here.
You investigate by just standing around?
You can look up on the 911 dispatcher and check it.
It looks like you're chilling, like
doing the job, trying to do the job.
Okay, you should like teach them that. Teach them about the First Amendment. That I'm not committing no crime.
They all graduated the police academy. They're all
come on, you know the academy. They don't teach you nothing at the academy.
I took pride.
They don't teach you about the Constitution.
So you have a great day, okay?
Did you learn about the Constitution at the academy? They didn't teach you that, what, 6 weeks? In 6 weeks you learned about that? That's something bugging. Yo, brush up on your law. Suspicion is not a crime. Brush up on the First Amendment, all right?
Have a great day, sir.
Not everybody's a f***ing criminal.
What kind of policing is going on here? This law enforcement officer just said being suspicious is a crime? Law enforcement in America is now the laughingstock. They're the butt of many jokes. It's a profession that's looked down upon. Their tactics have been exposed. The justice system they used for decades to back up their tyranny is slowly turning against them thanks to the voices and actions of we the people. More Americans are fighting for accountability more than ever. More Americans like good guy audits are learning their rights and putting them to use every day. Now for the comment of the day. Sydney Martin says, question, after graduation from the academy, do cops try to learn anything about the United States Constitution and civil rights? After all, they did swear an oath to the same. This is what only 6 months of academy training and 0 training on the United States Constitution and civil rights will get you. The majority of American police are the #1 violators of the United States Constitution and civil rights of the American citizens. This is the culture of American policing in America, and it's business as usual.
Kiss my ass.
Alright. Get your hands out of your pockets.
Am I being detained?
Right now you're standing way too close to my traffic stop and you got your hand in your pocket. I don't know what you're doing. Okay.
I am allowed to do whatever the f I want to do. I'm free.
Alright. Well, just understand that if you get any closer to our traffic stop...
Just get the f away from me.
Well, no, actually I have every right to stand right here too.
That's fine. You stay right there. You got your hand on your gun.
Yeah, absolutely. You got your hand in your pocket. It's as simple as all you have to do is take your hand out of your pocket so I don't know you have any weapons or anything like that. We can stand here and hang out all day.
Yeah, me too. No weapon.
Hey, man. I don't know what's in your pocket though. So if you can just hang out your hand.
Keys. That's it.
Okay.
I walk around with my hands in my pocket.
Right, but you gotta understand.
I don't give a shit what you think. I really don't give a shit what you think.
Well, I'm educating you.
I'm educating you.
How so?
You cannot come up here and take my rights away. That's how I'm educating you.
Am I taking your rights away right now?
Yeah.
How?
By telling me to take my hands out of my pocket. I'm free to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Did I force you to take your hand out of your pocket?
Nope. Okay. It's your ego. It's that thin blue line right there.
It's my ego.
That ego.
It's called my safety.
Yeah, it's
my
your
personal safety
ego.
is why I'm contacting you.
This guy's gonna stand over here and film me, so I'm gonna go over there and see if I can push some authority on him.
I'm just gonna stand right here and make sure that the scene is safe, that's all.
You do that. Did you call for backup?
What do you care?
Please tell me you called for backup. You did, didn't you? Didn't you? You called for backup, you pussy. I'm doing my job. You need to go do your job.
I'm doing my job right now.
This guy called for backup. He's so scared of a camera. Do you know this thing will go right through your vest, into your heart, touch your spine, and then reach up there and grab your ego? It sure will.
That was your attempt to be funny, it wasn't.
It does. It does every time. I don't get it. Are you afraid of transparency?
I don't know. I'm recording you right now, man.
That's fine. You guys are supposed to have meetings on me every morning.
Every morning?
Just about.
Now who's got an ego? Right?
I was told.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, very proud. I'm keeping my community safe from you guys violating people's rights.
Which community is that?
Mesa.
Oh.
This guy, he's got a gun and tasers. And he's scared of this little bitty camera. But it does shoot really good video. Really good video.
That's good. So do these. Those are pretty good.
Yep.
What do you do for work?
That's none of your business.
Still curious about it.
Yes. Oh shit, this guy's got the blue line too.
I told you not to get any closer to that traffic stop.
I don't care what you told me.
Well, it's the difference between interfering with a government operation and just being a bystander recording your video. So it is kind of it makes a difference.
Okay, it's all done. Hopefully the poor lady didn't get a ticket. You guys have better things to do than collect revenue, you know.
Is this, you put these on websites?
Huh?
You put this on a website?
What part of I don't answer questions don't you understand? I'm here for me.
I was just asking if it's going to be on a website.
Okay,
I'd like
guys.
to see it.
This, your sergeant will know the website.
Oh, my sergeant knows the
Yeah,
website?
when you guys f up,
Who's my sergeant?
all your sergeants get my website. That way they know if you
So
really
every
f up or
sergeant in
not.
Mesa knows your website. Can I just verify
Should,
what
yeah,
website it is?
should. They should know me.
What's the website?
All you guys are supposed to know me.
What's your name then? I don't know. I've never seen you before.
My name is Spittin' Cobra.
Spittin' Cobra? Or is that the name of the website? I've never seen you before, yeah. So
Oh.
I'm kind of curious to look
Well,
find
I
out.
usually don't get this far down.
Oh, okay. Usually where you at?
None of your business.
I'll take it. More power to you, man.
Okay, your stop is done. You guys go do your job.
We're just standing here hanging out with you, man.
Okay, we'll stand here all day then.
Well, it seems like you still want to record us, so.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, you guys are the ones making an ass out of yourself. Well, look, guys, this guy doesn't have the blue line. I applaud him for that. You have not desecrated my flag. I appreciate that. This son of a bitch has.
You view that as a desecration of a flag?
Yes, that is a desecration of the United States flag.
How is that?
Well, I mean,
That's not how the flag is depicted.
That's not how the flag is depicted either, man. It's white and black.
But it doesn't have that blue line through it.
It doesn't have white or black on it either.
That is a gang line.
I don't know about that, man. That's a stretch.
If it had a red line, would it be all right? Or a green
No,
line?
none.
No line?
No lines. That's a flag. It's a different color, but there's no lines through it.
There's a bunch of lines through it. There's black and white lines all through that thing. I'm just saying, your statements don't make sense.
Yeah.
But hey, you have a great day, sir.
Yeah, you guys have a great day too.
Take care.
Go get your jobs done. Once again, guys, he tried to enforce his authority. I have to teach them. I will not f***ing back down.
Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. I respect the way Spitting Cobra handled this blue line thug. From what it looks like, Spitting Cobra was over 30 feet away, and this cop couldn't help but to inflict his authority over a citizen holding a camera. It's obvious how desperate this cop was for a confrontation. Holding your hands in your pocket is as good as a bait as a worm for a fish. Imagine the city sending a representative to speak to the public with sunglasses on and a desecrated American flag on their work uniform. Well, I guess we don't have to imagine that hard because here we have it, folks. Shaking my head. Let's continue.
What's going on, man?
What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Pitts, 3199.
Thank you.
Hey,
what's your name and your badge number?
Hold on. What's your name, sir? What is your name?
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Well, they want to trespass warn you, which they have the right to do
Right.
off their train.
So I don't need to get my name
I'm
for
trying
a
to
warning.
talk to you.
All right.
First of all,
I don't want to talk though.
They need your
What's your name?
identification.
No.
For the form, yes, they do.
No,
By
they
law.
told me to leave. I left by law. I left.
By
If
law,
you
they
can
want
warn
to-
me.
I need your information to put in my system to trespass.
No, I'm not. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Trespassing. And I'm asking you for your information so I can write into
What
my
crime?
system.
Articulate a
Trespassing
crime.
from the train station.
Okay, they told me to leave and I left. So what crime did I commit?
You have to provide
Absolutely not.
that.
901.151 stays
Give me
different.
your name, please.
Florida Penal Code stays different.
I'm asking for your name.
Okay.
Name and date of birth, sir.
I'm not giving you my name.
What is your name and date of birth?
What's your name and your badge number?
Don't give it to them.
You have to.
No, I just get you mine.
You're
I'm the
making
primary
contact.
officer. I'm the primary officer.
Okay, so why are they here?
Because they're my backup.
Okay,
And I'm the
I need their
primary-
names.
My
In case you violate my rights, I need to know
I'm asking
who to
for your ID for
contact.
their form.
And I'm not
It's
giving
gonna be
it.
Sergeant
They
here.
asked me to leave. They asked me to
They
leave,
don't
and
want
I
you back
left.
there at all.
Okay, so
Or
you don't
any
need my
guy, any
information.
cover. They do.
So you don't need. No,
They
I'm
do.
not giving them my information. Florida Penal Code 901.
See this?
Florida Penal Code
See this?
says I don't care.
It states that you need to provide them.
First, you need to warn me, which you're doing now, and I'm not on
I
that.
have nothing to do with
Good.
They
So
want-
I'm not. You can't force
I
me to
can
give
warn
them.
you- Hold on, let me talk.
You can't force me to give my
I
ID
can
without
warn you
breaking the
in
law.
the system. Well, when the police officer asks for identification,
That's
you
not
have
what
to
Florida
identify.
Penal Code 901 Stop 151 states.
Yeah.
It states suspicion of a crime, about to commit a crime, or have committed a crime. You can pat me, but you can't search me. I do not agree to any illegal searches or seizures.
That's fine. Here comes the sergeant now. That's great.
Okay,
Girl,
good.
Do it for you. You can hold your phone.
Am I being detained?
Well, right now, yes, you are.
For what crime?
For trespassing.
Okay.
You're obstructing my investigation.
I'm not obstructing. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I need the sergeant, please.
Sergeant's coming, sir.
Thank you. And so you told them not to identify to a citizen, right?
Who?
You told
You're
them
dealing
not,
with me. I'm the primary.
but they're here.
No, they
They're
have
here.
nothing to do with it.
They're
They
here.
respond because
First of all,
dispatch
why are you
sent
so
it.
loud? Back up a little bit.
I'm right here.
Okay, but back up a little bit.
Because you're right next to me.
No, you
And I
walked
just
up to me.
First of all,
Okay,
I
I'm going to
got
step
you
a step
down.
back.
There
I'm
you
going to
go.
take a step back.
That's
Now, am I being detained?
Yes, you're still being detained for questions of what took place on the train.
If since I'm being detained, then at this point I like to assert my Fifth Amendment
Oh
privilege.
my God. What took place on the train that they didn't want to trespass for you? That's what we're asking.
I don't know. Investigate them.
I did. I already talked to her. But I want
Okay.
your side of the story. Said
I don't have a side.
There's two sides of a story, right?
I don't have a side. I don't answer questions, buddy.
You don't answer questions?
No.
Okay, but you have to provide ID when police
No,
want
I
to-
don't.
For an investigation, yes, you do.
Suspicion of a crime, about to commit a crime,
Well,
have
here comes
committed a
the sergeant. You
crime.
can have it with him. And
901.151.
I know what it is, sir.
I'm an activist.
I know.
And you know I don't
see.
have to give you my
I
information.
see.
You know I don't have to give you my information. So all that, when the police...
First of all, you have to give your name for the form for them.
No, I don't,
their
because
system.
no, they asked me to leave and I left. I know the law. I'm very well versed in the law.
Okay.
They told me to leave and I left.
Okay.
So that's my warning.
versed.
I'm very versed
So
in the
when
law.
police ask you, they want to put you in the system, so when we have to deal with you again, if we do, it's already there, sir.
Then that's when you get it. If I break the law, that's when you get
But
it.
no, we put it now, so...
No, I don't like giving my name to the government for nothing.
How do you get checks? For paid and stuff like that,
I
right?
said
Get
for
jobs.
nothing.
For nothing, but for anything, right? So
I don't like giving my information to the government for just randomly.
Stop yelling at me.
I can yell, I can talk, freedom of speech.
I'm asking you to stop yelling.
Do you feel threatened?
I kind of do.
Okay, then you can go.
I can't go, honestly.
You can go.
Believe me, I wish I could.
Okay.
It would be a resolved issue.
Where's the sergeant? I want to talk to the sergeant.
Over there.
Call the sergeant.
He's coming to talk to you.
Because I'm being illegally detained right now.
Are you really? Are you? Have you provided your name and your information?
I don't have to, and you know that. That's why I'm not in cuffs. That's why you're not taking me to. I'm not giving up my information.
It's not my headache, dude.
Okay, then why are you still here?
Don't get the information they need.
Okay.
I'm putting you in a system myself for contact, and you don't want to do that.
No.
You want to elevate it to somewhere else.
I'm not elevated. You're going to elevate it. All you have to do is follow the law.
I am following the law.
No, then you follow 901.151. Follow Penal Code 901.151. Follow Penal Code 901.151.
Sir.
You know what that states, right? What crime have I committed?
Well, you were causing a disturbance on the
I didn't cause a disturbance. They did. They asked me to leave, and I got off. I followed their
They
rules.
need the information for their report, sir.
Okay, but no, that's not how the law works.
You're not in my law. Like I'm not.
Okay, so why are you trying to force me to give them my information when I don't have to?
Report, sir.
She can just put a good citizen.
Good citizen?
For her
You say
to report,
good
good citizen.
Okay. So when the police get involved, I can identify you
No.
for purposes. Yes.
Not unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
I can suspect you of creating disturbance on a train.
No.
Yes, I can.
You can't. I didn't. I didn't. According to me, I didn't.
So let me say,
So their word is more powerful than mine?
You wouldn't tell me the story. I just asked you what
But
happened.
I'm telling you now, I didn't create a disturbance.
Okay.
I'm telling you now, I didn't create.
I asked you.
There's no explaining.
Explain. I don't. Yes,
Okay,
the whole
the explanation is,
There you go.
the explanation is, I did not cause a disturbance.
Okay, well,
The explanation is, they asked me,
Did that happen?
they asked me to get off the train. I
Well, why
complied
did they actually get off the train?
because they don't like the shoes I wear.
That wasn't according to them. You were playing loud music.
They lied to you.
Okay, so I'm asking you to explain that to me.
Yeah, they don't like the shoes I'm wearing.
So that's the reason they didn't like the shoes
Yeah.
you were saying, they didn't like your black Reeboks that you
Right.
were wearing. And that had them put you off the train
Right.
conductor as well?
Right.
So if I take a sworn statement from both of them, they're
You can do what you want to do. They can lie on a sworn statement.
Okay. Here's the sergeant. You can talk to him. You wanted the sergeant. We're good. We're good. You want to talk to him?
No, this guy does this all the time.
I shake your hand, Sergeant. So you're not going to shake my hand, Sergeant? You're not going to say, Hanson, what's your badge number, Hanson?
3065.
Thank you.
Hanson, 3065.
Let your dog know.
I'm not a dog, number one. I'm not a dog, number one.
Let your dog know
I'm not a
that
dog,
he can't
number
attack
one.
me.
You
Look at
understand?
him.
I'm not a dog.
Hey, back up from a taxpaying law-abiding citizen.
I'm an officer.
Do not intimidate a law. You're not acting like a law. You're not acting like an officer. No, you try to demand me to give my information to them.
They need it for their report.
I don't care, and I'm telling you, you're trying to. That's not true, Sergeant. You hear what he's saying, Sergeant? When the officer asks me my name, I have to give it to him.
If you're being detained, you are.
Yeah.
No, I have to be legally detained.
But you do this so often, we actually know who you
I
are.
have to be lawfully detained.
I'll give it to the system. Have a nice day.
Lawfully detained.
Stay out of my face.
I'm not in your face. You just came right here. Look. See how your feet move and kick rocks.
It's funny how this officer said Big Nick was trespassing, and then when that didn't stick, the officer said Big Nick was causing a disturbance. Which one is it? Oh, he was causing a disturbance, so now he's trespassing, so now you need ID. Well, unfortunately for you, you're not getting ID because there wasn't a crime committed. Big Nick stated Florida's Penal Code 901.151, which says, whenever any law enforcement officer of this state encounters any person under circumstances which reasonably indicate that such person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a violation of the criminal laws of this state or the criminal ordinances of any municipality or county, the officer may temporarily detain such person for the purpose of ascertaining the identity of the person. Like I always say, guys, make sure that you're knowledgeable on your local, state, and federal laws so you won't be bullied and violated by any law enforcement officer.
But that's going to do it for this video. Much love to these awesome creators. Again, make sure you use the links in the description to go check out their channels and show them some love. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next episode.